Good morning, students. Today our topic is money. Already we had learned about something about the money. In money chapter, first we will start the barter system. Already in previous video we already seen about the what is barter system, meaning of the barter system. So barter system. So what is the barter system? So barter exchange refers to exchange of goods for goods. It means goods against the goods. Goods against goods. It means in these terms, no money concept is used here. So barter exchange refers to exchange of goods against the goods and economic where there is a direct barter of goods and services is called the barter economic, and it is also called the CC economy. CC economy, it means community and community economy. And in the community word, economics also consists the community, it means the community, and community, it means about the services, or commodity against the commodity, it means about the goods. So that is called the barter exchange system, is also called in the economic is the CC economy. For example, when farmer gives wheat and gets cloth from the weaver in return, it means the exchange of the wheat and exchange of the clothes. That is the requirement of the both parties. It is a compulsory. So both parties, it means the both side, the person, farmer required clothes and weaver required the wheat. So that is the exchange policy, and that exchange policy is called the barter system. So when the farmer gives wheat and gets clothes from the weaver in return, it is known also barter exchange or barter system. But there is some limitations of the barter system. There are some limitations of the barter system because of in this barter system there is a two commodity or two persons required at the same time same commodity. That is called double bond system, double bond consideration. So that is a very difficult. It is every time it is not necessary the farmer wants clothes only, but maximum time it is compulsory. So weaver wants wheat only because of the wheat is a necessity food. So farmer not required the clothes, so he denied the weaver. I don't want to clothes, so I don't want to give you the wheat. So that is the double consider bond is the basic limitations of the barter system. So limitations of barter system. First, lack of the double consider of bonds. It means barter system can work only when both buyer and seller. It means in our example, who is the buyer beta? So buyer is the farmer and seller is the weaver. So buyer and seller both are ready to exchange each other goods. It means farmer ready to get give the wheat, and against the wheat he wants to get ready to take the clothes. So barter system can work only when both buyer and seller are ready to exchange each other goods. For example, A can exchange goods with B only when A has what B wants and B has what A wants. However, such double consider is a very rare. That is a very rare condition. Because of the every time it is not suitable for all persons, so double consideration bonds is a very rare. Second limitations of the barter system is lack of the common measures of value. Common measures of value, it means for example wheat, rice, jowar, bajra, it means all type of grains. Can we measure with the gold, silver? No, never. It means कितना silver देना, कितना wheat देना है. We are not measures actually of the measure the quantity of the goods or commodity. So lack of the common measures of value. In a barter system, all commodities are not of equal value and there is no common measures or unit of value of goods and services in which exchange ratios can be expressed. For example, if A has wheat and B has rice, clear? A has wheat and B has rice. Then it is difficult to decide how much wheat is needed to we want wheat, so that is a 4 kg wheat against the 1 kg rice. But that time in barter system, no money value is there, no common measurement is there. So that is very difficult to identify how much exchange, how much quantity we were exchange for the wheat against the rice. So in which one of the parties generally suffer? So in this case, if we are exchanging 1 kilogram wheat against the 1 kilogram rice, so in this case, who are the parties having the rice? That is the very difficult, or this type of parties are suffer a lot for the barter system. Now third limitations of barter system is lack of standard and deferred payment. Under the barter system, contracts involving future payment or credit transaction cannot take place with as because of the following reasons. Listen, deferred payment, it means the credit transaction. You all know about the credit transaction, it means the udhar mein दी हुई चीज. So very difficult. It is just like कि अभी आप गेहूं ले जाओ, बाकी उधार में आप दूसरा माल बाद में ले जाना. So it is not necessary कि in future that goods having the that much consideration wants. So ये आज मेरी wheat की डिमांड हो सकता है, मेरी in future I don't want the wheat. So in future I deny that I don't want the wheat. So that is the not common measure of unit. That is a double consideration once again the issue of this type of barter system. So borrower may not be able to arrange goods of exactly same quantity at the time of the repayment. Suppose in future we are consideration कि after 1 month आप मुझे 1 किलो wheat दे देना. But in future that is not possible. Every time कि the person who are having the wheat, he wants arranged. Maybe he is not able to arrange the this type of goods or wheat for you when the repayment time. There may be the conflict regarding the which specific commodity is to be used for the repayment. In sometimes wheat is a different quality, having the weights 60 rupees, 10, 20 rupees, standard of the goods. So maybe in the time of the repayment, that quality of the goods may be not maintained by the seller. Next, the commodity to be repaid may lose or gain its value at the time of the repayment. Maybe the value of the choice, it means already we had discussed, maybe the double consideration wants is not there. Now, next limitations of the barter system is lack of store of value. It means किसी भी चीज को स्टोर करना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. So under the barter system, it is difficult for people to store wealth for the future use, because in the simple terms, if we need to store the money, that is very easy transaction. Clear? So 10,000 rupees, 10 lakh rupees, 1 crore rupees, if I want to preserve, so I just open my cupboard and keep in the safe. Maybe we are depositing the bank also. So nowadays that is very easy. But that time, that is a store of the value. 1,000 kilograms wheat, that is a store value. That is very difficult to store the goods every time in the future condition. So most of the goods like wheat, rice, vegetable, etc. do not possess the durability. Durability is not there. बहुत सालों तक हम उसको durable नहीं कर सकते. But nowadays, if I want to preserve the money in the bank, in the my cupboard only, that is the durability. Every year, it is not just like this. Suppose these are the bits or ये destroy हो गया. But these are the money. That money cannot be destroyed. But sometimes is there, stolen is there, theft is there, maybe the due to the fire also. But that is a condition. Store value should be there. And storage of goods require the time and efforts. And this type of goods, when we are talking about the goods, so if you want to store the 1,000 kilo wheats, that is the ample of storage go down will be required. But if you want 1 crore rupees to the preserve, that is a small shelf will require. Fine. So that is the limitations of barter system. So there are 4 mainly limitations of barter systems are lack of the durable double consideration want. Second, lack of common measures of value. Third, lack of standard of deferred payment. Fourth, lack of store of value. These are the 4 main common limitations of the barter system. Now we move on. Our main topic is money. So what is money? Why money is come to the picture? So as a result, goods cannot be used to store the earning for the long period. With the so many difficulties, barter exchange could not continue for a long time. As a result, it was replaced by the monetary exchange. So now the barter system replaced by the monetary system. Buying and selling of the goods with the help of the money. Nowadays and after the barter system, so that is the prediction. So buying and selling procedure with the help of the money. So what is money and definition of money? So money is anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange. As a medium of exchange. Clear? So if I want wheat, so I just pay the 20 rupees per kg. And measures of value, it means 1 kg having the 20 rupees value. Store of value, we can store also 20 rupees, 40 rupees, we can store also. And means for the standard of deferred payment in the future payment. What do you mean by the standard of deferred payment? It means the future payment. So money, in this definition you can see the clearly what are the limitations of barter system already overcome by the money. So again we just repeat the definition of money. Money is anything which is generally accepted as a medium of exchange, measures of value, store of value, and means of the standard of deferred payment or the future payment. So that is the money value. That is the definition of money. In money's definition, we just see the clearly that all the limitations, whatever the barter system having, just overcome by the money. Now, money is a very vast concept. This is not a narrow concept. But before the till 1967 or 68, till 1967-68, Reserve Bank of India used the money concept very narrow measures. Right? In 1967-68, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, in our country, RBI is the Central Bank of India. So RBI measured the money supply. That is a very narrow concept. But since 1977, after 1977, RBI introduced 4 alternative measures of the money supply. So first we want to know what is money supply. So money supply, it refers to total volume of money, total volume of the money, whatever in the market, banks, RBIs, that is the different type of money supply. But in the one term, that is the volume of money, whatever floated in the market, maybe having the government, maybe having the RBI, maybe having the commercial bank, maybe the post office saving, etc., etc., etc. So it refers to the total volume of money held by public at a particular point of time in an economy. That is very important concept, particular point of time, because of money supply calculated in economy every year. So that is the very important concept, point of time. So point of time, it is this is a which type of concept, stock or flow. So that is the stock or flow. In economic already we had seen point of time and over the period of time. So this money supply is the point of time. So money supply, it refers to the total volume of money held by public at a particular point of time in an economy. And RBI introduced the 4 alternative measures for the money supply. First measure is the M1, second is M2, third is M3 and fourth is So demand deposit of the commercial bank. Here is a not the we are not written the RBI, because in RBI public having the not a single account we are just generating the RBI. We don't have this much right of the generate the account or deposit the money in the RBI. So demand deposit of the commercial bank plus other deposit with RBI. Here other deposit with RBI. So क्लियर है कि यहाँ कहीं भी पब्लिक वर्ड यूज नहीं किया है, बिकॉज वी डोंट हैव एनी अकाउंट इन RBI डायरेक्टली. क्लियर? सो व्हाट इज M1? करेंसी एंड कॉइन्स विथ पब्लिक प्लस डिमांड डिपॉजिट्स ऑफ कमर्शियल बैंक प्लस अदर डिपॉजिट विथ RBI. So now we can move on one by one. What is currency? What is coins? What is demand deposit? We just go through the all the points. So first, currency and coins with public. Currency and coins with public. It consists of paper notes and coins held by the public. Paper notes. It means 10 rupees, 20 rupees, whatever notes are nowadays. Before the demonetization, now after the demonetization, what are the notes are in the market? So notes and coins held by the public. Public it means just like we people. Clear? Remember, any currency held with the government and banks is not included here, but these coins and notes and coins are held by the public only, not by government. Clear? These notes and coins held by the public, with the public only. It means with just like we people only. In that any currency held by the governments, मतलब गवर्नमेंट के पास जो भी पैसा है और बैंक में जो भी पैसा पड़ा है वो सारी चीजें इसमें इंक्लूड होगी नहीं. So coins and notes which are included, that are with public only. Just like 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 1000 rupees, 500 rupees note, etc. Right? So currency money is also called a fake money. Fake money it means under the order from government to act as a money. It means currency money is also termed as fake money. Fake money is defined as the money which is under the fake or order from the government to act as a money. Under the law, it must be accepted for all the debts. Under the law, it means कितना भी आपका debt है, it means whatever you are obligation, your obligation, that should be the paid by this money. It means that is the legally approved money. That is called the fake money. That's why other name of the this money M1 is the legal tender money. Legal tender money it means legally used to make payment. Illegally तो मार्केट में गोल्ड की भी स्मगलिंग हो रही है, सब हो रहा है. But legally tender money it means the legally used for the payment. Each and every type of payment it means that is the common or by the law acceptability to compensate our any type of debt. Now second is the demand. That is first is the clear with the currency and coins with the public. Which type of currency and coins? So currency and coins with the public only, not by the held by the government and not held by the bank is considered here. Now currency and coins also called the fake money, and currency and coins also called the legal tender money is. Now second is the in this M1 demand deposit of the commercial bank. So demand deposit of the public with the commercial banks, it means demand deposit are the deposits which can be encashed by issuing checks at any time by the account holder. Clear? In I suppose as an example I have account in the HDFC bank, so I just go nowadays the ATM card is there, net banking transaction is there, vast concept is there, plastic money already you had learned in 11th standard, plastic money, credit card, etc. But before that only checks is the issue the transaction. But if I want the withdraw my money, it means that I have the say my money as per my demand. Clear? So a demand deposit is treated as a equal to currency held as it is the ready to accept the means of payment. Suppose I just paid the money to the some X person or Y person, and I 10,000 I want to pay 10,000. So directly cash I am not giving to the cash to the that person. Suppose Mr. Y, ठीक है, Mr. Y को मैंने कैश नहीं दिया, but in behalf of cash I just give the check to the Mr. Y, but that is also acceptable because that is the which type of demand deposit of the commercial bank. So that is legally checks are also called the demand deposit. But in demand deposit only net demand deposit are included here. So what is net demand deposit? It must be noted that demand deposits are taken on net basis. Net basis already you know about the net and gross. Interbank deposit are excluded. It means HDFC transfer to SBI. So पहले HDFC में भी calculate कर दिया. Now you are payment in SBI, so you are considered as SBI also in payment. So that is the dual entry is there. So this type of consideration is not calculated in this matter. Interbank deposits are the deposit held by the banks on behalf of the other banks. Such deposits do not form a part of the money supply. It means suppose इस बैंक में से इस बैंक में डाला, but money rotate हुआ है, money is just transferred to here to here, but money supply is not there. In economic there is nothing about the money supply. So in money supply this type of interbank transaction we are never included for the money supply. Last is the other deposit with RBI. So it includes the deposit held by RBI on behalf of foreign banks, government, public financial institutions, World Bank, IMF, etc. However, it does not include deposit of the Indian government and commercial banks with RBI. It means in the other deposit considers as foreign banks, government, public financial institution, but it does not include the deposit of the Indian government and commercial bank with RBI. मतलब Indian government का जो भी पैसा RBI में पड़ा है और commercial bank का जो भी पैसा RBI में, that is not considered as a other deposit with RBI. Other deposit with RBI includes